Have you ever felt like your own ambition, the very thing that drives you, is actually starting to burn you out? Well, today we're going to get into exactly that. We're going to look at why the most driven, most successful people are often the ones who end up hitting a wall, and what's really going on when that fire inside starts to feel more like it's consuming you.
This quote, "It just hits different, doesn't it?" It perfectly captures that feeling when your mind is screaming, go, 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 but your body is just done. It's refusing to play along anymore. And let's get one thing straight right now. This has nothing to do with being lazy. In fact, it's the total opposite. According to the work of psychotherapist Sara Shadabi, which is what we're diving into today, burnout is a weird paradox. It doesn't go after the lazy people. It hits the most committed, the most responsible, the highest achievers among us.
Okay, so what is burnout really? Forget just feeling stressed out. We're going to look at the clinical definition using the classic Maslach model, which breaks it down into 3 key parts. And you'll see it's so much more than just being tired.
So the first piece of the puzzle is emotional exhaustion. This is that bone-deep, soul-level tired. It's not the kind of thing a good night's sleep or a weekend off can fix. It's this profound sense of being completely drained where the idea of recharging just feels impossible. You've got nothing left in the tank. Then comes the second part, cynicism. Some people call it depersonalization. Basically, it's a defense mechanism. You start to pull away, to emotionally distance yourself from your job, from your coworkers, from everything. It's kind of like you're going numb, just to survive. You're still there physically, but you've checked out. And this last one, this is the one that is so sneaky for high performers. It's a reduced sense of accomplishment. See, on the outside, you might be killing it, getting promotions, praise, all of it. But on the inside, you feel like a total fraud. There's this nagging voice telling you you're not good enough, that nothing you do matters. And this is absolutely crucial to understand. Burnout is not a personal failure. It is not a character flaw. The World Health Organization itself officially calls it an occupational phenomenon. It's a predictable consequence of chronic, unmanaged stress in the workplace. It's the environment, not you. So that begs the question, right? If it's about stress, why does it seem to trap high performers more than anyone? Well, it's because they get stuck in this thing that looks like a cycle of success from the outside, but on the inside, it's actually incredibly corrosive. Let me walk you through how this dangerous loop works. It all starts with your high standards. That makes you take a lot of control to get amazing results. Then come the external rewards. The praise, the promotion. But here's the twist. Instead of actually resting, you feel guilty for not working. That guilt creates even more pressure, which just feeds right back into your high standards. And the whole thing starts spinning faster and faster. And right here, this is the critical point. This is where it all goes wrong. The cycle becomes truly toxic when that external validation, the pat on the back, the next title, starts to replace actual internal recovery. You're not running on rest anymore. You're literally running on fumes, just chasing the next hit of approval. So this brings up a huge question. Why can't you just stop? Why can't you just take a break? Why does rest feel so incredibly dangerous for high performers? Well, the answers are buried deep in our psychology and even our biology. First, on a psychological level, for a high performer, rest can feel like a threat to your entire identity. We live in a world that screams your worth is your productivity. So the unconscious thinking is, if I slow down, I'm going to fall behind. And if I fall behind, I don't matter. Your entire sense of self gets wrapped up in what you do, so stopping feels like you might just disappear. And it's not just in your head, your body gets trapped too. When you're stuck in that fight or flight mode for months or years, your nervous system literally rewires itself. High alert becomes your default setting. Your sleep gets worse, you're always tense, you're constantly scanning for threats. And the craziest part, a state of calm actually starts to feel weird and uncomfortable. And all of this leads to the ultimate boundary problem. The line between you, the person, and you, the professional, just completely blurs and then dissolves. The part of you that needs to rest, connect with loved ones, and just be gets totally swallowed by the professional role that's supposed to be a nonstop engine. And without that separation, there's just no room left to recover. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the why. How about we get practical? Let's shift to what we can actually do. I'm going to walk you through a really simple but really powerful exercise to help you spot your own personal red flags, the early warning signs your body is sending you way before it decides to shut down completely. So I really want you to take a second and think about this for yourself. What are your top 3 physical signs? Is it headaches, that knot in your neck, a racing heart?
Then what are 3 behavioral signs? Are you working all the time? Getting super irritable? Maybe procrastinating more than usual? And finally, what's going on in your head? Any all or nothing thinking? Ruminating on mistakes? That constant not good enough feeling? These aren't weaknesses, you guys. They are vital data points.
Which really brings us to the core message of all of this. Being a high performer is not the enemy here. The enemy is unsustainable performance. True long-term success isn't about piling on more and more pressure. It's about finding a rhythm between pushing hard and recovering well. So I'm going to leave you with this to think about. Looking at the list we just talked about, what is one red flag, just one, that your body is sending you right now? And more importantly, what is the smallest, easiest, most manageable step you can take to listen to that signal this week?